Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be discussing the solutions for the official mock test for engineering knowledge test for the electrical and electronics branch. This mock test is available on the official website of AFCAT itself. Coming to the first question, out of 7 constants and 4 vowels, how many 3 constants and 2 vowels words or groups can be formed? So we'll be doing, we have to select 3 constants out of 7. So it will become 7C3. There's an and in between, so we'll multiply. If there was a or, we would have added. So and uh, 2 vowels out of 4 vowels. Therefore 4C2. To solve these further, what we do is 7 factorial upon 7 minus 3, 4 factorial upon 3 factorial. Similarly, 4 factorial upon 4 minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial. On solving this further, we'll get 210. Question number 2. A bank offers 5% compound interest calculated on half-yearly basis. A customer deposits rupees 1600 each on 1st January and 1st July of a year. At the end of the year, the amount he would have gained by the way of interest is, so the interest on 1600 from 1st January to 1st July would be 1600 into 2.5 upon 100, which is 40. Now the interest on this 1600 for the period of 1st July till the end would be 40 again. Then another 1600 has been deposited on 1st July. The interest for them would also be 40, and then the interest on this interest for the period of 1st July till the end would be 40 into 2.5 upon 101. So the entire money collected by the way of interest would be 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 1, 121. Question number 3. A bag contains 4 white, 5 red and 6 blue balls. 3 balls are drawn at random. The probability that all of them are red is. So whenever we calculate probability, we have to do favorable cases upon total number of cases. So the total number of cases, the selection of 3 balls out of 4 plus 5 plus 6, that is 15. Selection of 3 balls out of 15. And the favorable cases is that the balls are selected from this area, 5 red balls. So 5C3 divided by 15C3. On solving, we'll get 5 factorial upon 3 factorial into 2 factorial, and this will, since it is in denominator, it will get reversed. 15 factorial upon 15 minus 3, 12 factorial into 3 factorial. On solving it further, the answer would come out to be 2 by 91. A large tanker can be filled by 2 pipes A and B in 60 minutes and 40 minutes respectively. How many minutes will it take to fill the tanker from empty state if B is used for half of the time and A and B fill it together for the other half of the time? So we need to remember that time into efficiency is equal to work. When 2 or more people are working together, their efficiency get added. So let us assume the work is equal to the total work is equal to 120. We have assumed 120 since 120 is the LCM of 60 and 40. So the efficiency of A would be equal to 2 and the efficiency of B would be equal to 3. Suppose the total time taken to complete the work is X. For X by 2 time, the work is done with an efficiency of 3, and for the remaining X by 2 time, the work is done with an efficiency of 3 plus 2, that is 5, and the total work done is 120. So on solving this equation, X will come out to be 30, which is the answer. Now this question is a completely theoretical question. Railway tracks are banked on curves. so that necessary centripetal force may be obtained from the horizontal component. From here, what we conclude is that centripetal force, centrifugal force, and their application is important, so go through them once. This is also a very basic theoretical question. The answer to this is this. You can go through it once on yourself. Then dimensional formula. We had to select a pair with same dimensional formula. The answer is this. The formulas used and the dimensional formulas obtained are all mentioned, and you can go through all of them once. This question is an application of Newton's third law of motion. Very simple and basic question. You can go through it. Reactivity of fluorine is low due to small size. Maximum number of covalent bonds of nitrogen is 3. This is the structure which it can form. Electronic configuration of fluorine is this. Master slave flip-flop. Master is enabled when the gate is high and slave is enabled when the gate is low. In a D flip-flop, output follows the input when the enable pin is high. Here the flip-flop is positively edge triggered, so it will be triggered by a leading edge. So the answer will be B. In a rectangular waveguide, for TE10 mode, the wavelength is lambda. For TE20, it will be lambda by 2. For TE30 mode, it will be 2 lambda by 3. So for TE10, it is 8, and TE20, it will be 4. To make an antenna more directional, either the size must be increased or the frequency of transmission must be increased. Disadvantages of FET, very basic theoretical question. I see here base current is given, beta is given. We are asked the value of collector current, which is simply the product of both of them. In a current transformer, the high current is converted. In a current transformer, the current gets converted from high current to low current. So the number of secondary turns is very small as compared to the number of primary turns. See, in this question, the peak to peak voltage is given as 8 volts. So it would be 4 volts in the positive half cycle and minus 4 volts on the negative half cycle. So the equation would be something like 4 sin is equals to at maximum amplitude it would be 4 and theta would be 90 degree. Here the V reference is given as 2 volts. So 4 sin theta is equal to 2 would be at 30 degree and 50 degree. That means at 5 pi by 6 and pi by 6. So it would remain for this it would remain on for this period from 2 till 2. That means from pi by 6 till 5 by 6. So duty cycle, which is equals to the time period for which the circuit is in on upon the total time would be 5 pi by 6 minus pi by 6 upon total, which is 2 pi, and that is 1 by 3. It can also be seen as 150 minus 30 upon total 360. The answer would again be 1 by 3 only. For this question, we have to identify the type of connection. At one place, the answer was given as parallel connection, but I believe the answer should not be parallel connection, because in parallel connection, the collector is connected to the collector, the base is connected to the base, and the emitter is connected to the emitter. That is not the case over here. In cascade connection, the collector of one is connected to the emitter of the other. That is also not the case over here. In Darlington connection, the base of one is connected to the emitter of the other. So therefore the connection and this connection should be a Darlington connection. In a series connection, the emitter of one is simply connected to the base of the other. That is also not the case. So according to me, the answer should be Darlington connection. So the next question is on block diagram reduction from control systems. This is a very important question because one such question definitely comes in the exam. Over here they both are in series, so they will get multiplied, so it will become k s plus 1 into s plus 3 upon s plus 2. And whenever there is an empty line, we consider it to be 1. For a connection like this, GS, HS connected in a feedback, the resultant is GS upon 1 plus GS into HS. So here it would become K S plus 1 S plus 3 upon S plus 2 upon 1 plus K S1 plus into S plus 3 upon S into S plus 2. In the characteristic equation, the denominator would become equal to 0. Therefore, the answer would be the option number 1. Coming to the next question. In this one, first thing that is given is steady state gain is 2. So this does not have a multiple of 2 in its numerator, therefore it will get cancelled. 0 is at minus 1, therefore s is equal to minus 1, or s plus 1 will be a factor. So all of them have s plus 1. The poles are at minus 2 plus j and minus 2 minus j. So the equation would be s square plus sum of the poles plus product of the poles. The product has been calculated like 4 minus j square, that is 4 minus minus 1, which is equal to 5. So the equation has become s square plus 4s plus 5. So this option would be correct. Again, theoretical question. Another theoretical question. The answer at one place was given as 1 by 2 modulating frequencies, but I believe the answer should be modulating frequencies. This is mentioned in Wikipedia also at various other places. Answer is given as this at one or other places, but theoretically this has been given, so I believe this should be the answer. Theoretical question number 24 to 27 are theoretical. You can go through them on your own. Question number 28. We have to calculate modulation index, which is frequency deviation upon frequency modulated. Frequency deviation over here is 50 and frequency modulated is 10. The answer should be 5, but no answer such as 5 is given. So I believe the options are wrong. The answer should be B. 16-bit microprocessors, all of them are 16-bit microprocessors. Theoretical question 808 has register set and instruction set similar to 8086. The current through resistor R. Let's make points A here and point B here. The voltage at point A is 25 volts, at point B is 12 volts. So the current is VA minus VB upon R, 25 minus 12 upon 100, 13 upon 100, which comes out to be 130 milliamperes. An amplifier has input impedance of 4 kilo ohm and output impedance of 80 kilo ohm. It is used in negative feedback with a circuit with 10% feedback. That means beta is equal to 0.1, and open loop gain is given as 90, which is equal to A naught. So Ri closed would be Ri open into 1 plus alpha naught into beta. Putting the values, it comes out to be 40 kilo ohm. Only answer A possible. Still calculating Ro closed, which would be Ro open upon 1 plus A naught into beta. And the answer, putting the values, the answer comes out to be 8 kilo ohms. So option A. So option A will be the answer. I'll repeat since it got trimmed. Ro closed R is equal to Ro open upon 1 plus A naught beta, 80 into 1000 upon 1 plus 90 into 0.1, 8 kilo ohm. Theoretical, theoretical, theoretical. This is from instrumentation section. Again, in instrumentation, torque is proportional to armature current square. Is proportional to the square of armature current. And this is the graph of torque and current. If if armature current becomes twice, torque will becomes 4 times. Subnet mask of class C. For class A, it is this. Class B, this. Class C, this. And class D, this. EDFA operation range can be specified by C band and L band. Only C band is mentioned over here, so option B will be the answer. The memory buffer register, completely theoretical question. You can go through all of them till here. Break statement is optional. Some people think it's compulsory, it's optional. The program will perfectly run even if break is not over there. For there to be two functions with same name, either the number of arguments or the type of arguments must be different. So in the first option, the number of arguments is also 2 and the type of arguments is double char. This is not possible. If it is int and char like in option number B, it is possible. So option number B will be the answer. Theoretical. Question number 46. Have a look at it. So 40 subnets and 60 subnets become 100 subnets. We have to take maximum number of subnets. So we'll take 2 to the power 7, 128 subnets. Number of subnets is 128. Number of ones is equal to 7. Number of host per subnet are 2 to the power 17 minus 2, 131070. Number of zeros are 17. So if we write it like this in the binary format and then converting it to decimal format, it will become 255.254.0.0. So the answer would be this. Again, a theoretical question. SMTP is simple mail transfer protocol used for mail systems for transferring electronic messages from one machine to another. Question number 49. Here the guaranteed accuracy is 1% of full scale reading. Full scale reading is 25. 1% of 25 is 0.25. Limiting error would be 0.25 upon the measured, that is 5 into 100. 0.25 upon 5 into 100 is equals to 5%. Which of the following voltmeters would you use? Option number B would be correct because resistance of voltmeter should be high as compared to 20 kilo ohm. Now coming to the cutoff, 20% is the cutoff. That means you need to score 30 marks. That means you need to do at least 10 correct questions. I believe you should at least attempt 20 questions so that if some questions are wrong, you are still on the safer side. If your attempt is way less than 20, I would advise to revise more and make some guesses also in case you are not being able to score more. For question number 50, the correct answer is C. I guess I said it wrong in the previous video.